Imagine knowing with total certainty that every dollar you put into advertising comes back as 5. Imagine being able to scale your flooring business with confidence because you've got the numbers to prove what's working. That's not a fantasy. That's what happens when you stop guessing and start treating your advertising like the investment it actually is. So if you want to advertise your flooring business the right way, stick around. In this video, I'm gonna answer the 3 biggest questions I hear from flooring business owners when it comes to advertising. Number 1, how do I actually know if my ads are making me money? Not just getting clicks or leads, but real profit. Number 2, what kind of ads are working best for flooring companies right now? Because what worked 3 years ago isn't necessarily what's working today. And number 3, how much should I spend? And where should I spend it? Because spreading your budget thin across every platform is a great way to make sure none of them work. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete framework for running ads that consistently put more money in your pocket than they cost, so you can scale with confidence instead of crossing your fingers every time you launch a campaign. Let's get into it. So here's the thing, running ads without tracking your numbers is like flying a plane with no instruments. Think about that for a second. You're up in the air, you might stay flying for a while, but you have no idea if you're heading toward your destination or straight into a mountain. You can't see your altitude, you don't know how much fuel you got left, you have no clue how fast you're actually going. That's what most flooring companies are doing with their advertising. They're flying blind. Your metrics, your numbers, those are your instruments. Your budget is your fuel gauge, your ROI is your altitude, your lead flow is your speed. And without them, you're just guessing. You're hoping. You're crossing your fingers and praying it works out. And look, I get it. A lot of business owners treat leads like they're automatically a good thing. Leads come in, they hand them off to the sales team, and they never really check if those leads turned into money or not. And here's the truth. If you don't know the ROI from your lead generating efforts, you've put your business in a really dangerous spot. You're making decisions based on hope, gut feelings, crossed fingers, and that's not a strategy, that's gambling. So let me walk through exactly what you need to track. First, cost per lead. How much are you paying on average to get one person to raise their hand and say they're interested? Second, cost per booked appointment. Not every lead books. So what does it actually cost you to get someone on the calendar? Third, cost per closed job. This is the big one. How much are you spending to actually win a project? Fourth, average revenue per job. What's the typical dollar amount you bring in when you do close? Fifth, customer acquisition cost. This is your total cost to acquire one paying customer. And finally, sixth, lifetime client value. Because some customers come back, some refer others. That matters. Now let me show you how to actually calculate this stuff. It's not complicated. Step 1, take your lead generation cost and divide it by the number of leads you got. That gives you your average cost per lead. Number 2, take the number of leads and divide it by the number of clients you closed. That tells you how many leads it takes to get one client. Step 3, multiply your average cost per lead by the number of leads it takes to get a client. That's your customer acquisition cost. Step 4, take your total sales, divide by the number of clients, then subtract your customer acquisition cost and your overhead. That gives you your average ROI per lead. Let me make this real for you. Say your typical cost per lead is around $50 and your budget is $1,500 a month in ad spend. That means you're getting about 30 leads. Now let's say you book 1 out of every 3 leads. That's a 33% booking rate. So out of 30 leads, you're getting 10 sales appointments. Out of those 10, let's say you close 3. That's a 30% close rate. So you've got 3 new projects from that $1,500 ad spend. Now here's where it gets interesting. If your customer acquisition cost is $150 and your ROI per lead is over $2,000, who wouldn't scale that up? It's a no-brainer. You put more money in, you get more money out. But on the other hand, if your customer acquisition cost is $450 and your ROI is only $500, that's barely worth it. You might want to kill that lead source and try something else. See how easy it becomes to make decisions when you actually have the numbers? You're not guessing anymore. You're not hoping. You're looking at the dashboard and you know exactly where you stand. So now that you know how to track your numbers, the next question is, how much should you actually spend? Here's the industry benchmark. A flooring business should typically invest 5 to 10% of gross revenue in marketing and advertising. For service businesses like flooring, especially if you're in a competitive market or you're trying to grow, you're usually looking at the higher end, 7 to 10%. Let me put that in real numbers. If your flooring business is grossing $500,000 a year, 10% would be a $50,000 annual ad budget. Break that down monthly, and you're looking at around $4,100 every month. Now, in terms of where that money should go, generally speaking, about 30 to 40% of your ad budget should go toward local Google ads and Facebook ads. Both of these are highly targeted and let you track results in real time. And here's a mindset shift I want you to make. The companies that are advertising more, even during slowdowns, are the ones seeing better results. The ones that pull back when things get tight, those are the ones struggling the most. I know it can feel scary to spend money on ads, but here's the thing, the risk isn't spending money. The risk is spending money without knowing your numbers. That's why we started there. When you know your numbers, advertising isn't a gamble. It's a calculated investment. All right, so where should you actually spend your ad dollars? Let's break it down. First up, Google search ads and local service ads. This should be your foundation. Why? Because over 72% of consumers use Google to find local businesses. When someone types in hardwood flooring installation near me or vinyl flooring installer in whatever city, they're actively looking for what you offer. That's high intent. That's someone that wants to buy. Google ads put your service right in front of them at the moment they're searching. Now let me talk about local service ads specifically, because these are a game changer. LSAs show up at the very top of Google search results, above the map pack, above the regular ads. And instead of paying for clicks, you only pay when a lead actually contacts you through a call or a message. Plus, you get the Google Guaranteed badge. That little check mark gives potential customers extra confidence to hire you. It's basically Google vouching for your business. When it comes to targeting, you want to focus on high intent keywords. Things like flooring installation near me, vinyl flooring installer in your city, laminate floor contractors, and just as important, add negative keywords. Things like DIY, classes, flooring jobs, free. You don't want to pay for clicks from people looking to do it themselves or looking for employment. Now let's talk about Facebook and Instagram ads. These are powerful for a different reason. With Google, you're catching people who are already searching. With Facebook and Instagram, you're reaching people before they even know they need you. Think about it. When someone's scrolling their feed, they see a stunning before and after of a floor transformation. They weren't thinking about new floors 5 seconds ago, but now they are. That's the power of social ads. You're planting seeds, you're staying top of mind. The targeting options are incredible too. You can zero in on homeowners aged 30 and older because they're more likely to invest in home improvements. You can target real estate agents, property managers, people interested in home renovation. You can filter by location, by income level, by interest. It's very precise. And here's something most flooring companies completely miss: retargeting. This is one of the most underused strategies out there. Most homeowners need to see your business multiple times before they actually book. Retargeting lets you show ads to people who already visited your website or engaged with your content. Studies show that retargeted visitors are 70% more likely to convert compared to brand new visitors. That's huge. Just make sure you set a frequency cap. You want to show your ads 3 to 5 times a week, not 50. You don't want to annoy people into ignoring you. Now here's a mistake I see all the time. Flooring companies spread their budget across 5 different platforms and none of them work well. Here's my philosophy. If something's working, max it out before you add another channel. Let's say Google Ads is crushing it for you. Don't immediately jump to TikTok or YouTube or whatever the shiny new thing is. Go deeper into what's already working. Increase your budget. Test new keywords, try different ad copy. Diminishing returns are still returns. Ride the winning horse until it actually stops winning. Now, how do you know when you've hit the ceiling? A few signs. Your cost per acquisition keeps climbing. Your return on ad spend starts flattening out. You're getting more impressions, but fewer conversions. When that happens, you might be reaching saturation. You've already captured the easiest audience to convert. But before you assume you've maxed out a channel, make sure you've actually optimized it. Test new creatives, try fresh targeting, update your offers. Sometimes a channel isn't tapped out, it just needs a refresh. Once you've truly maxed out your best channel, then you can expand to others. And here's where the magic happens: when multiple channels work together. A homeowner sees your Instagram ad, later they search you on Google and see your ad again. Then they get an email. Each touch point reinforces the last one. That's when things really start to compound. Let's talk about creatives. What kind of ads are actually working right now? Here's the truth. Authentic content beats polished production almost every time. Simple videos filmed on a smartphone outperform fancy stock imagery. Why? Because people want to see real work, not images they can find anywhere online. They want to connect with you as a person and as a business. Stock photos are quick and easy, but they rarely connect with people who are actually looking for flooring services. So what should you be posting? Before and after content, this is your secret weapon. High quality visuals that show the transformation your work creates. A bathroom that went from dated vinyl to gorgeous tile. A living room that went from worn carpet to beautiful hardwood. Real results speak louder than anything. Video content is huge too. Show the installation process, compare different flooring options, give behind the scenes looks at your team in action. And don't underestimate video testimonials. 79% of consumers have watched a video testimonial to learn more about a company before making a decision. Ask your happy customers to record a quick clip about their experience. It doesn't have to be fancy, just real. And when it comes to your ad copy, keep it simple. A lot of flooring businesses make the mistake of using overly technical language that confuses homeowners. Instead, focus on benefits that matter to them: durability, easy cleaning, slip resistance, how a new floor can make their space look brand new. Let them know what problems you solve, how you do it, and why they should trust you. And here's the thing, you probably already have content gold sitting on your phone right now. Completed projects, happy customers, your team hard at work. You don't need a whole production crew. You just need to hit record. Okay, this next part is critical, and honestly, it might be the biggest factor in whether your ads are profitable or not: speed to lead. Here's a stat that should wake you up. 78% of leads buy from whichever company responds first, and conversions are 391% higher when you respond in the first minute. Let me say that again, the first minute. If you wait just 5 minutes, you're 21 times less likely to qualify that lead than if you just responded right away. A 5-minute delay reduces your chances by 80%. And yet, the average response time across industries is 42 hours. More than 35% of leads are never even contacted. Sales reps make an average of 1.3 call attempts before giving up. Only 0.1% of leads are engaged in under 5 minutes, and that's a massive gap. And that gap is your opportunity. Think about it this way. If your ads are working, but your follow-up is slow, you're pouring money into a bucket with a hole in the bottom. The leads are coming in, but they're draining right out before you can close them. So how do you fix this? Automate your lead routing. Make sure every lead gets to the right salesperson immediately. Set up an auto text back for missed calls. Track response time as a key metric for your sales team. Make sure your people are working every single lead and doing everything they can to convert. There should never be a disconnect from the moment someone sees your ad to the moment they get their floors installed. Now let's talk about reviews. This is your trust multiplier. 86% of consumers read online reviews before making a purchase. 72% say that positive reviews increase their trust in a business. In flooring especially, where you're asking people to make a significant investment in their home, trust is everything. Positive reviews tell potential clients that you're reliable and you deliver quality work. So how do you use these reviews in your advertising? Take snippets from your best reviews and use them in your ads. Put them in your social media posts, include them in all your email campaigns. Social proof is one of the most powerful tools you have, and make it easy to get more reviews. After you finish a project, send a quick follow-up email thanking the customer and asking if they'd be willing to share their experience on Google or Yelp. Keep it simple. Also, respond to every review, positive and negative. When people see you engaging with feedback, it builds trust. It shows you're active, you care, and you stand behind your work. All right, let's go over some mindset shifts now, especially if you're running a large flooring operation. First, advertising is an investment, not an expense, but only if you treat it like one. Stop guessing, start measuring. The companies that are advertising more are seeing better results. The ones pulling back are struggling. Second, track everything or track nothing. Monitor your cost per lead, your click-through rate, your conversion rate, your ROI. Make sure you have a solid tracking system in place. By constantly analyzing and refining your strategy based on real data, you make sure every dollar is working as hard as possible. Third, integration matters. Your marketing, your sales, your operations, they all need to work as one system. Take your online presence, your promotional strategies, your sales management techniques, and thread that through the entire organization. There should never be a disconnect for the customer from the moment they see your ad to the moment their new floors are installed. The companies that are winning right now, they're not just running good ads. They're running good businesses that know how to close leads. So now you know the framework for running flooring ads profitably. You've got your numbers dialed in, you know what to spend, you know what kind of content actually works. But if you're ready to go deeper on one of the most powerful tools in that toolkit, Facebook and Instagram ads, I've got a video that walks you through exactly how to set them up, step by step, specifically for flooring companies. Watch this next, and I'll show you how to run Facebook ads that actually generate quality leads for your flooring business. I'll see you over there.